Ultimate Wolverine issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. So this series has been pretty interesting so far. Basically, Magic, Colossus, and Omega Red are controlling the Eurasian Republic, and there's a resistance group led by former X-Men, and Logan has been turned into a Winter Soldier by having his memories wiped out. And now he works for the Eurasian Republic. And in this issue, we are going to be introduced to Gambit and Kitty Pryde, as well as Black Widow. And we start off this issue with a woman in the blizzard, and she's waiting for a truck to show up, and a truck does, and out steps Gambit and Kitty Pryde, and basically they ask, who are you? What are you doing? Like, why do you want to join us? Who referred to you? And she says that the Archangel is the one that referred me to you, and I know how to drive. I can help you. And she pulls down her hood, and we see that it is Black Widow. And then we cut to Logan, and he's chilling out in the sewers. He's on his way to one of the resistance bases, and he has some other soldiers with him. And the soldiers basically talk amongst themselves about how they have adamantium bullets in case Logan ends up turning evil or like tries to break free or regains his memories. They can put him down. And then that's when we cut to the Eurasian Republic group. I think it's maybe like a general or something is talking about the resistance fighters and especially Kitty Pryde and Gambit. And Gambit has moved up in the world when it comes to the Ultimate Universe, because here he is the leader of the resistance group, and he is responsible for killing Mikhail, who I believe is Colossus and Magic's brother, who was the former leader of the Eurasian Republic. So Gambit killed him. And now they are trying to locate him, and they have some ideas for where him and his group are hiding, and they've sent someone to go get him, and that someone being Logan. And that's when we cut back to Logan again in the sewers, and one of the soldiers sees this chess piece that's glowing, and so Logan grabs him, chucks him at the chess piece, and the chess piece explodes and ends up killing the dude. So Logan has no problems killing his allies if it helps him, I guess. And then that's when we cut back to the resistance base, where we see Gambit and Kitty Pryde, and they have heard the explosion and they realize, oh crap, the Republic is on us. We got to get the hell out of here. So Black Widow hops behind the wheel of a truck. Gambit's going to be riding shotgun with her. Meanwhile, Kitty Pryde is going to be going in the back of the truck and protecting their cargo. And before she disappears, she gives Remy a kiss. So it's supposed to be showing that the two of them are together, which is kind of funny because I don't read much Marvel outside of stuff that I've reviewed. But outside of like the videos you've seen me review on this channel, I don't really go out and read much other stuff. But I have dipped in every once in a while and just like looked at an issue here and there. Every time we see Kitty, she's always with someone new. First it was Colossus, like she was supposed to get married to Colossus. And then she moved on to Peter Quill. And then she moved on to someone else. I can't remember who. And now she's with Gambit. Obviously, this isn't the same version of Kitty. This is Ultimate Universe Kitty. But it's just funny how every series that I read, whenever there's a Kitty Pryde involved, she's always with someone different. Never the same person. It also makes me wonder, is Rogue in the Ultimate Universe? And where is she at? Why isn't she with Gambit? Because usually that's the thing. It's Gambit and Rogue together. Like they're the OTC. But I guess not in this series. But anyways, she goes into the truck. And that's when Logan breaks down the doors. He starts strolling inside. And Gambit uses a royal flush to throw at him. Explodes. And unfortunately for him, Wolverine has not been killed by the blast. Instead, he was able to hook onto the truck, and he pulls open the door, gets inside, and he sees what the cargo is. And the cargo happens to be a bunch of kids. That's who Remy and Kitty are so gung-ho to protect. It isn't like weapons or anything like that. It's children that are trying to escape the Eurasian Republic. And Kitty realizes Logan. She recognizes him, and she's surprised because she thought he was dead. And I'm not going to spoil how the rest of this fight goes because I want you to check it out for yourself. I will just say that there's a very interesting twist near the end, and I'm very much looking forward to where it's going. Outside of that, I think this issue is good. Like, I like the series, though I am kind of lost on certain things. But that's mostly, I don't necessarily say it's completely my fault because I'm not reading the other Ultimate Universe stuff. And I say that because I kind of like Stan Lee's thing where every comic should be the reader's first comic, in the sense that every comic that you read, even if it's the middle of an arc, it should still somewhere, it should explain to you what's going on. And this issue series in general, it kind of does that, it kind of doesn't. Like, there are some things that I have no knowledge about. I don't know if it's been answered already in another series. I don't know if it's going to be answered. But there's unanswered questions that I'm a bit confused about. Who exactly is the maker? Why is there this Eurasian Republic? Like, what caused this group to form? Why are the X-Men so against them to create their own, like, resistance group? Things like that I have no knowledge of, because the only other Ultimate series that I'm reading is Ultimate Spider-Man. And Ultimate Spider-Man does not cover any of this stuff whatsoever. Ultimate Spider-Man doesn't even feel like it's Ultimate Spider-Man. It feels more like it's its own thing. It's separate from the 616, but it also seems to be separate from the Ultimate Universe, because really nothing in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe is depicted in anything else. Like, we don't have the Eurasian Republic. Like, the only thing is basically, like, Tony Stark come in and saying, hey, there's someone out there who turned your life around by making sure you didn't gain superpowers, and that's why you feel like there's a hole in your heart, like it feels like something is missing. So here's the superpowers that you should have been granted. Outside of that, it feels like there's almost no connection between Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimate other series. But I feel like Ultimate Wolverine has more of a connection, possibly. But I don't know. I'm not reading any other Ultimate stuff, so I have no idea what's really going on outside of what I'm reading here. And I think that this series could do a better job of making sure that people who are just reading this for Wolverine will not be completely lost. Because, again, if you have to read a bunch of other different series just to know 100% what's going on in one series, I think that's just a very terrible thing to do to your audience. It basically feels like you're nickel and diming them, especially, you know, with the way the economy is now. I don't think that you should be doing that. So I have some things that I'm confused about, but I kind of get it for the most part. Artwork is great. It seems like I might have overly criticized this issue from what I'm saying, but I have been enjoying it. I think this is good. I do recommend checking it out. It's not the better Ultimate series that I'm reading. I think Spider-Man is still way better than this, but this was pretty good. I enjoyed myself reading this issue, and I've enjoyed reading this series so far. So yeah, I do recommend it. But there you go. There's Ultimate Wolverine, issue number 3 from Marvel. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.